Ever feel like your internal biological clock is ticking just a bit faster than your actual age? Well, welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to explore exactly how you can take the driver's seat and actually control that clock.
You see, there's a huge difference between your chronological age, the literal number of candles on your birthday cake, and your biological age, which is how old your cells actually are. When your biological age outpaces your chronological age, scientists call that accelerated aging, and it definitely bumps up your health risks. But here's the absolute best news from recent research. You can actually change this trajectory. It's not set in stone.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Scientists are now using some incredibly diverse biomarker domains to track what they call your aging velocity. They aren't just looking at one single thing. They're looking at the whole picture. Your cardiovascular system, biochemical tests, how you sleep, plus your daily diet and lifestyle. It's not just a static snapshot of your health. It's a highly dynamic measure of the exact speed at which your body is aging year after year.
So here's our roadmap for today's Explainer. First, what exactly is biological age? Second, the real key to aging, telomeres. Then we'll cover steps 1 and 2, diet and exercise. Next, steps 3 and 4, sleep and mind, followed by steps 5 through 7, habits and management, and finally, the true goal of longevity. By the end of this, you'll have 7 totally actionable, beginner-friendly steps that you can literally start at home today.
All right, section 1. What is biological age? The science of aging velocity.
In the simplest terms, if your biological age, your BA, is greater than your chronological age, your CA, you are experiencing accelerated aging. But what's absolutely fascinating here is that a recent major machine learning study proved our daily habits act as longitudinal drivers, meaning they don't just affect how we feel today, they literally dictate the velocity of our internal clock over time. Your daily habits are either speeding that clock up or slowing it down.
Moving to section 2, the key to aging, telomeres, your cellular ticking clock.
So the absolutely crucial point here is understanding what a telomere actually is. Think of telomeres kind of like those little plastic tips at the ends of your shoelaces. They're there to protect your DNA chromosomes from fraying and deteriorating. But every single time your cells divide, these telomeres get just a tiny bit shorter. And when they get too short, the cell just can't divide anymore, and that leads directly to tissue aging and higher health risks. And guess what? Poor daily lifestyle choices act exactly like sandpaper on those shoelace tips, wearing them down so much faster than normal.
Section 3. Steps 1 and 2. Diet and exercise. Fueling and moving your cells. All right, step 1 is all about a balanced diet, and you definitely don't need some crazy restrictive plan to start this today. Just focus on adding antioxidants, omega-3s, and fermented foods into your meals. Research actually shows that adopting elements of a Mediterranean or Japanese diet, like using olive oil, eating fresh fish, or adding things like natto and yogurt, visibly reduces oxidative stress and protects those telomeres. And then step 2 is establishing a moderate exercise habit. We're literally just talking about 30 minutes of daily cardio, like a brisk walk or a light jog, combined with some light strength training. Doing this boosts your cellular metabolism and drastically slows down that telomere shortening. Best of all, you can do light strength exercises right in your living room today. No gym required.
Next up, section 4, steps 3 and 4, sleep and mind, restoring your biological balance.
There is a really stark contrast happening right now inside your cells. Being chronically stressed and sleep-deprived literally bathes your cells in stress hormones, which directly accelerates that telomere shortening we just talked about. I mean, that late-night smartphone scrolling is doing real cellular damage. On the flip side, getting 7 to 8 hours of restorative sleep and practicing mindfulness or meditation actually repairs and protects your telomeres. So step 3 is prioritizing a good sleep environment, and step 4 is managing your mental stress. Honestly, taking just 5 minutes a day to breathe deeply and clear your mind can be a remarkably powerful anti-aging tool.
Section 5. Steps 5 through 7, habits and management. Taking control of your data. Let's wrap up our 7 practical steps. Step 5 is super straightforward but absolutely vital. Stop smoking and moderate your alcohol intake. Nicotine and excessive alcohol are toxins, plain and simple, and they cause direct telomere damage. Step 6 involves scientific supplementation. There's a lot of exciting research happening right now around supplements like resveratrol or nicotinamide riboside. A recent human trial even showed it reversed premature aging in specific patients. But remember, always consult your doctor before starting supplements. And finally, step 7 is doing regular health checks. Tracking your health metrics keeps you motivated and fully informed on your own personal longevity journey.
And this brilliantly illustrates how tracking your health has become incredibly accessible. Now, while blood tests at a medical facility give you really high accuracy, there's also a highly convenient saliva test option out there. As a beginner, you can check your telomere status right from your own living room using a simple mail-in kit. It has moderate accuracy, but super high convenience, making it just an incredible way to establish a baseline and track whether your new habits are actually reversing your biological age.
Finally, Section 6, the true goal of longevity. Why do we want to live longer? This really builds our entire perspective on aging. Nobel laureate Mario Vargas Llosa noted that if eternity were guaranteed, the joy and illusions of life would vanish. Philosophers and scientists pretty much agree here. The ultimate goal of this massive, booming longevity economy isn't just about achieving a static, eternal life. It's not just about extending the raw number of years you're alive. It's about maintaining your vitality, your purpose, and your passion, so that you can navigate the aging process with actual strength and joy.
So I'm going to leave you with this provocative question. Are you aiming to simply live longer, or are you ready to start living better today? By taking charge of these 7 beginner steps, eating antioxidant-rich foods, moving your body for just 30 minutes, prioritizing restorative sleep, managing your daily stress, cutting out cellular toxins, exploring smart supplementation with your doctor, and tracking your data, you can actively protect your telomeres starting right now. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I highly encourage you to pick just one of these 7 steps and implement it in your home today. See you next time.